If you have only one way direction, you cannot survive in the multi-agent system kind of environment. So now Rahul can explain us what exactly bidirectional communication is and how it is helping us to achieve better result in case of multi-agent system.
Yeah, so in the previous podcast where we discussed about line graph, so there we had explained the limitations of the directed acyclic graph.
Yes.
So when we know our steps very well, then we never have to come back to the previous step. If I know my task very well, if I'm doing something which I have done it routinely over a period of time, I know the rules, I know the outcomes, I know all the probable scenarios, unidirectional communication is the best communication.
Yes.
I give an order.
But assuming that there is no improvement is required in that.
Improvement is required, and it would be disastrous if if the ground situation is different from my instruction.
Yes.
Right. So I tell my agents, you run, and the agent happens to be a fish, you are in trouble. There is no water.
Yes.
So the bidirectional communication is where the message is going to flow both ways. Obviously, you should be able to take your control from the output of one agent to a previous point. It cannot be a directed acyclic graph where you are having one direction of control flow. The control can actually loop back. It can come back to some point, random point, by using a loop callback function. So in place of a one-way broadcast, the agents, they provide feedback to one another, which leads to a better decision making and continuous improvement. And this is of utmost important because the agentic models, the agentic AI is actually trying to mimic the real world of how humans behave.
Yes, exactly.
Ultimate objective of this entire system is to mimic human.
Correct.
So it has to be bidirectional. If it is not bidirectional, if the situation changes, even in an office environment, one person keeps on giving instruction, we do the junior ones, they will keep on following the instruction. But if something is very, very off, the junior also calls back, this is something which is, I don't think it is very right.
Yes.
Even if it is not asked for an opinion.
Yes.
The person comes and says, oh, this is something off. Is it right? Similar kind of situation.